the tension is
huge, isn't it?
escalating.
It is huge,
Adam, and I think it's shocking, frankly, that we haven't talked about Western Sydney Airport's first international carrier.
Yes, which we should have basically spoken about at the start of the show. So that was a huge
blunder on our part.
Yes, it was a huge blunder. So, as you will know, Western Sydney International, as it's now called, at Badgerys Creek, is due to open in late 2026. They've already previously announced that Qantas would be the first kind of domestic airline confirmed to fly there. They have announced,
alongside Jetstar.
Alongside Jetstar, of course. They've now announced their first international airline that's going to fly there, which is, drumroll,
Singapore Airlines.
Hey,
Singapore Airlines. This was announced officially this morning. Tuesday morning, as we're sitting here. They are going to be. They will be flying when it opens in 2026, non-stop to Singapore Changi Airport. This is just these mainline Singapore Airlines passenger services at the moment. Does not yet include Scoot or Singapore Cargo. But Simon Hickey, the CEO of WSI, has said, it's a fantastic milestone for Western Sydney. Really pushing as well this 24-hour airport angle, which Sydney Kingsford Smith can't do because of the curfew.
Yeah, and we'll never be able to do.
You can have, late night flights to Singapore Changi Airport from Western Sydney. Finish up your business in Sydney in the evening, hop on a plane, be in Changi to be your next business meeting in the morning. He's told us. It's a major boost for slots in the peaks. Singapore engaged with them, wanted to be the first international airline to announce that they were coming to WSI. And, this is coming as WSI is hitting some pretty major milestones. I mean, it's finished its terminal roof. So they're now moving on to internal fit-outs, and Simon Hickey has told us airport is 80% finished, ready for operational testing. He said they're putting detailed operational plans together. They've got procedures that they've written. They're starting to get their test regime together. He said, we're turning on the bag system. We're putting bags down there. We're making sure that that's working effectively. He said there's a big regime of testing to make sure that the airport's ready to go in 2 years.
It's very interesting because they seem very confident that this will launch in 2026. So firstly, they are saying explicitly they're going to hit the target. But if it looked like it was in some way in doubt, it's at this point you would start slipping in the kinds of seeds of doubt. There doesn't seem to be any of that. They seem very, very, very confident now this thing is going to happen.
And they're in talks with more airlines to get going and to get flying into Western Sydney. Now, Western Sydney is going to be considered a primary gateway into Australia, which I think sort of puts it on the same level as Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth. So airlines like Qatar may still be constrained by the existing bilaterals, the bilateral air services agreements. But if we get more open skies agreements, we can get more international carriers flying into Western Sydney Airport, which will as well take even more of the pressure off of Kingsford Smith.
Yeah, you would think as well that those kind of open skies agreements will happen nearer to when it opens, because there is now, or there will be in 2026, suddenly lots of capacity, lots of new capacity that didn't exist before.